Hey, rebels, welcome back to the type 2 diabetes journey, where we're flipping the script on chronic disease and giving Big Pharma a run for their money. Today, we're talking nuts. No, not your neighbor who runs around screaming at you because your dogs are barking at 9 p.m. I mean the kind you eat. And guess what? Nuts might just be the unsung heroes of reversing type 2 diabetes. If you know how to pick the right ones and not eat the whole bag like it's popcorn at a Marvel premiere. But first, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment with your favorite go-to healthy snack. Every comment helps this channel reach more people trying to beat this disease, and I read every single one of them. So, all right, let's get cracking, literally. So we're going to talk about 6, I think, different types of nuts here. We'll talk about them. We'll talk about some of the details of them, and then we'll rank them in order of best to worst. So the first one are walnuts. Walnuts are the omega-3 king. They look like brains, and that's no coincidence because they are brain food. They got some really great macros. I mean, one serving is around 14 halves. It's approximately 1 ounce. They have 185 calories. They have 18 grams of fat, but mostly what they're called polyunsaturated fats, which are the good fats. Carbs, real low, 4 grams. Fiber, you get a couple grams, 2 grams. Protein, you get some protein out of them. I mean, to have 4 grams of protein and 4 grams of carbs, pretty good, very balanced. The fat content is mostly omega-3 ALA. And that helps lower inflammation, which is a major win for insulin resistance. The fiber actually supports blood sugar stability and gut health, and these are ideal for anyone focused on reducing inflammation and oxidative stress. Now, the pros about walnuts are they're anti-inflammatory, they're heart healthy, they're brain boosting. The cons, they're really easy to overeat, and you don't want to do that with nuts. They're very calorie dense. Second up are almonds. I like to call these the crunchy blood sugar buddy. Why? Well, you get 23 almonds in around 1 ounce. That's about a serving. They only have 164 calories, so it's lower than the walnuts. Again, 14 grams of fat, mostly monounsaturated, same thing that you get in avocados. Carbs are 6 grams, so a little bit higher in carbs. Still get 3.5 grams of fiber, and you get 6 grams of protein. So, you know, these the almonds definitely have better macros from a carb and protein ratio for sure. And they're basically blood sugar ninjas. That fiber and fat combo slows glucose spikes, and the magnesium can help with insulin sensitivity. The protein makes them really satisfying, so you're less likely to snack later. So pros of almonds are, you know, they're blood sugar balancing, they're great for snacking, they support weight loss. Cons, in some people, they can cause bloating. There's an acid in them called phytic acid, and some people can be sensitive to almonds. So take that for what it's worth. Me, I can eat them, no problem. Third nut are cashews. I like to call these the sneaky sweetheart. Macros, you get about 18 cashews in 1 ounce, so 1 serving. About 157 calories. Again, fat, 12 grams, mostly, again, monounsaturated. Now, here's the issue. Carbs have more carbs and less fiber. So in cashews, you get 9 grams of carbs, 1 gram of fiber, and 5 grams of protein. And because they have more carbs and less fiber, it makes them a little blood sugar spiky. Still, they're mineral rich. I mean, they have zinc and magnesium, and they're fine in small doses, but they're definitely not your diabetic MVP, or should I call MVN, most valuable nut. The pro, creamy texture, good minerals. Cons, higher carbs, lower fiber, less blood sugar stable. The next, one of my all-time favorites, probably my all-time favorite, is the macadamia nut. It's a low-carb, high-fat rebel. Now, they're real expensive, you know, and 10 to 12 nuts is about 1 ounce, so a serving is about 10 to 12 nuts, and they're a little bit higher in calories, 204. 21 grams of fat, mostly, again, the good monounsaturated kind. You get 4 grams of carbs, 2.5 grams of fiber, and 2 grams of protein. Macadamias are basically the keto dream. They're the dream nut. High fat, low carb, decent fiber, and they're ultra satiating, and they help keep blood sugar steady. They're also one of the least inflammatory nuts on the planet. So the pros of macadamia nuts are they're super low carb, high healthy fat, they're satiety boosting. The cons are they're expensive, and they're not always easy to find. Now, the next two are ones you've probably never heard of. I've been doing a lot of research, so I'm trying one of 2 new nuts, and I'm gonna taste test it for the first time ever on this video. But they're called Baru nuts, B-A-R-U. It's a new kid on the block with swagger. Baru nuts grow wild in Brazil's Cerrado, and they pack a huge nutrient punch. You get about 20 nuts in an ounce, only 140 calories, only 10 grams of fat, and it's a balanced mix of the different types of fat. Little higher in carbs, 12 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fiber, which is one of the higher ones on the list, and 7 grams of protein, one of the most protein-packed nuts that we have here. Now, here's what's wild. They're lower in calories, higher in protein, and have a great fiber-to-carb ratio. Despite the 12 grams of carbs, 5 grams of that is fiber, so net carbs are only 7. You take the total carbs, 12, subtract off the fiber, 12 minus 5 is 7. Not keto, but great for blood sugar if you portion them right. So the pro, high protein, eco-friendly, antioxidant rich, lower calorie. Con, they're really hard to find. Now, you can find them on Amazon. I was able to find some, and you have to roast these nuts. I'm gonna do a taste test right now. So you see, I got my bag of Baru nuts. Let's see how these taste. I've never tasted one before. If I can open the freaking bag. Oh wow, these are crazy looking. Wait till you see this. Okay, that is weird. It actually looks like it's dipped in chocolate. It's not. I mean, because the ingredients on this are just, it's Baru nuts and sea salt. That's it. So let's try it. Not bad. I can totally get used to these. They're crunchy. They've got a real roasted, kind of nutty flavor. It's good. I like it. I could eat those. I don't like them as much as macadamia nuts, but they're good. So the last one I want to go through. This one's great. I've heard nothing but great things about this from Thomas DeLauer, who's one of the preeminent health guys online. They're called Pili nuts, P-I-L-I. These are the fat bomb that fights sugar. They're straight out of volcanic soil in the Philippines. Now, these things, you get about 15 nuts to a serving, so that's about an ounce. They have 200 calories, super high in fat. Now, don't be afraid of fat. I mean, this is 23 grams of fat, but it's almost all monounsaturated, which are the good fats. Only 1 gram of carbs, 1, and 3 grams of protein. So think of these insanely low carb and almost pure fat, but the good kind. Think of them also as edible ketones. Plus, they're full of magnesium and vitamin E, which are both crucial for stabilizing blood sugar and reducing nerve damage. So what are the pros of these nuts? Well, they're ultra low carb, they're super nutrient dense, and they're ideal for insulin resistance. The con, they're rare, they're expensive, and their soft texture might not appeal to everyone. Let's try them. So I got my Pili nuts here. So let's open this, see what's in the bag. So sprouted Pili nuts. I don't know what sprouted means. If you know, comment below. Avocado oil, that's a plus. And sea salt. It says refrigerated for prolonged shelf life. So I got to throw these in the fridge when I'm done. Oh, wow. Okay. These are crazy. Look at these. These are long, kind of weird shaped. Let's try it. Oh. Oh my gosh. That is freaking great. I think that goes for me, taste-wise and texture-wise, above macadamia nuts. Let me explain. When you bite into it, it's like it's biting in. It's not soft like I said or people told me. It's softer, but when you bite into it, it's like biting into cashew butter or something. Like it literally just melts in your mouth. You barely need to chew the thing. Oh my gosh. Now, it's too bad these things are so expensive because I'm not going to be able to buy them a lot. But I'm going to continue buying those for 100% sure. I mean, they are rock and roll nuts. So, I want you to understand that, no matter what you choose, it's important to make sure you're putting good quality food in your belly. And I want to go through the Health Rebel ranking specifically for type 2 diabetes reversal. So number 1 on the list comes in at macadamia nuts, by far. Low carb, high fat, satiety champ, makes you feel full, and they're awesome. Second, man, I'm going Pili nuts. Oh, 100%. These have the best keto profile, and they're ridiculously nutrient dense. Number 3 on my list, walnuts, anti-inflammatory, good brain fuel. Number 4, almonds, great everyday nut, backed by science, nothing wrong with them. I mean, I love almonds. 5th, baru, it's sustainable, it's crunchy, it's got a great protein fiber combo. And last are cashews. They're tasty, but they're carb heavier and they're lower in fiber. So I think out of all of these, if I were you, I would stay away from the cashews, concentrate on the other 5, and just mix it up. Every day it's okay to have some nuts, and it's whatever I told you, 10 nuts, 12 nuts, 14 nuts. Don't go crazy with it. They can absolutely be a key part of your diabetes reversal plan, but they're calorie dense, man. So stick to that 1 ounce serving size. And make sure they're replacing other carbs, not adding extra calories to your day. If you're just starting out, stick to the top 3 maybe, and build your own, rebel nut mix. It'll support blood sugar, crush cravings, and taste ridiculously good doing it. And if you could do me a favor, smash that like button, drop a comment with your favorite nut or combo, and don't forget to subscribe. We've got more truth bombs coming your way very, very soon. Until next time, live loud, eat real, and rebel on. We'll see ya. We're out of here.